This is 5 on your side at noon. Focused on you.
And we begin today at noon in a weather alert. Here's a live look at a gray downtown St. Louis as rain moves through the area. Thanks so much for being here. I'm Kay Quinn. Not only does this rain break a dry spell, it's bringing in much cooler temperatures. Meteorologist Jim Castillo here with the Weather First forecast.
We had over an inch of rainfall in some areas, others a little bit less than that, but some beneficial rain. And it is gray everywhere from Cuba, Missouri to Highland, Illinois through downtown St. Louis. So one of two fronts coming through here. The first one right on our doorstep, and it is still raining pretty well and pretty good here in the yellow areas. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit to the Doppler weather radar here and show you where we're getting that gold. And again, most of that really steady stuff is moving out of the metro now, and it's on the Illinois side. So places like Effingham and Ramsey, all the way down to Flora and Salem, you're getting some good downpours from time to time. So how much rain have we had? Lake St. Louis 1.07, St. Charles almost an inch, Wentzville over an inch, same with Wood River, Illinois, and then Edwardsville about a half an inch of rain, and a little bit over that around St. Louis Lambert. So 69 degrees right now. The great news, Kay, is that we finally have some autumn weather to talk about. There's a little bit of a breeze out there right now. The rain comes to an end. Might even see some sunshine later today. But so later on, we're going to talk about that second front and really chilly weather coming for the weekend. And I'll take a look at the overnight lows for Saturday and Sunday coming up.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you, Jim. A Franklin County soldier is one of two killed in an Army training exercise in Alaska. 22-year-old Specialist Brian Snowden of Londell died Monday when a military vehicle flipped on a dirt road. Snowden joined the Army in July of 2020 and arrived in Alaska in 2021. The second soldier killed in the crash was from Knoxville, Tennessee. The Army says the driver lost control of a large transport vehicle, causing it to flip. 12 other soldiers were injured. The cause of that crash is under investigation. Happening right now in St. Louis, the Democratic National Committee holding its fall meeting, and it's happening at the Marriott Grand Hotel downtown. Vice President Kamala Harris is expected to attend tomorrow night. The presidential election is 13 months away. In Washington, a battle is brewing over who will be the next Speaker of the House. As NBC's Garrett Hake reports, the uncertainty comes as another potential government shutdown is just weeks away.
Congress frozen and fractured as a leaderless Republican Party searches for a new Speaker after an 8-member faction forced the removal of Kevin McCarthy.
The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
Now the GOP majority scrambling to select his replacement. Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan becoming the first declared candidate.
I feel like I can unite the conservative.
He'll face off against Louisiana's Steve Scalise, currently the number 2 House Republican, who survived a gunshot wound in 2017 and is currently battling cancer.
This is really important that we get this right. And that we get back to work.
Rank and file Republicans still furious at the 8 members who joined with all Democrats to depose McCarthy, especially his chief antagonist, Florida's Matt Gaetz.
What happened yesterday is literally going to put the American government to a halt until we find a speaker, and that should never happen again at the hands of one lunatic.
The 8 defending their votes against a speaker they say neither party truly trusted.
The problem is that he didn't have credibility on either side of the aisle.
He would tell conservatives one thing, moderates another, and Democrats something else. That is not the way to lead our country today.
No vote to select a speaker will be held until at least next Wednesday, with most lawmakers going home for the weekend. Some floating unorthodox speaker candidates, including former President Trump, who rejected the idea.
A lot of people have been calling me about Speaker. My total focus is being president.
President Biden telling reporters he's prepared to work with whoever emerges from the chaos with the gavel.
We have a lot of work to do, and the American people expect us to get it done.
Also up for debate is how forcefully House Republicans might continue their impeachment inquiry of President Biden. Aides speculate committees could technically continue to pursue business with a legislative purpose, but there's no real precedent that applies. Happening today, residents in Silex hope to get some answers about the safety of their drinking water. They've had no water since September 26th after the Missouri Department of Natural Resources detected unsafe levels of radium. Officials with the Environmental Protection Agency will hold a meeting tonight at 6 p.m. at the Silex School Gymnasium. New at noon, more than 100 dogs are being cared for by the Humane Society of Missouri after multiple rescues across the state. The organization says rescue operations took place in several counties over the last week. The conditions and ages of the animals vary, with some suffering from skin conditions and malnutrition. There's no word right now on what caused this house fire in Clayton. Crews were called to the home on Wellington Way just before midnight. Firefighters on the scene told us the damage is minimal. Everyone got out of the house safely.
I'm Travis Cummings reporting from downtown in front of the Dome at America Center. A St. Louis City board has paid off a long-standing bill for a stadium project for the Rams that never got off the ground. The Rams packed up and left town in 2016, and the stadium project never got beyond the planning stages, but it still came with a big bill, paid with money from the Rams and NFL lawsuit settlement. We got some info from our partners at the Business Journal. The St. Louis Regional Convention and Sports Complex Authority recently paid off the whopping $2.5 million in bills tied to the Riverfront Stadium project. That tab included paying architects, lawyers, and environmental cleanup firms millions of dollars, plus $1.3 million in payments to option land for the stadium, though the options were allowed to expire. The final tab totaled nearly $19.6 million. The lawsuit following the Rams' move to LA led to a settlement back in 2021 that sent $70 million to the RSA, $250 million to St. Louis City, $169 million to the St. Louis County area, and $277.4 million to the lawyers in the case. As far as the future goes, the RSA says the remainder of its settlement money could go towards maintenance for the Dome here. That includes a new turf and eventually a new roof. Reporting downtown, Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
Still ahead, an overnight search for an escaped monkey. The concerns police had as they combed an Indianapolis neighborhood. Plus, the cost of streaming is rising, how the price hikes and the actor strike are tied together.